All right, let's do another example. So in this case here, here's the setup. It says a ship travels 60 miles due east. Okay, so let's do that. So 60 miles due east. And then it adjusts its course and travels 80 miles. Okay, so 60 miles, right? So 60 miles. And then it changes its course, and I'm going to show you what the course change is. So it does something like that. Okay? And it's on this course for 80 miles. Okay? And then the ship is 139 miles from its departure point. So here's the departure point, and it goes this direction, and then it goes this direction, and then at that point, it's 130 miles away from its original, where it departed from. Okay? So we'll call this B, this is C, and that's A. And we want to describe the bearing from point B to point C. So here's B, C, A. So we want to describe the bearing along this path. So remember what bearing is, right? So we need to find the angle and then describe the bearing. So remember the goal. The goal is they want us to describe the bearing of the ship. So again, it's a little bit more than just finding the angle. Okay? So here's the dotted line, right? Okay, so think about what we're trying to do. And so now what we want to do is let's find angle B first, right? Let's find this angle. Okay, so we're going to use the alternate form for this. Okay, so it'll be, and again, if it helps you just to write it out with B, so since we're dealing with cosine B, so it'll be B squared equals what? A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cosine B, right? And just solve for B. If you don't remember the alternate form, just solve for cosine B, right? So in this case here, it'll be what? B squared minus A squared minus C squared, right? Divided by negative 2AC is equal to cosine B. But then the negative sign switches the signs up here. So we can pull the negative sign out here, put it on top, right? Negative 1, multiply negative 1 on the top, and then we get what? We get this. We get A squared plus C squared minus B squared, which is what the alternate form shows over this. Okay? So, but anyway, let's plug our values in. What do we got? B is 139. Well, let's do A squared. A is 80. So we're going to do 80 squared plus 60 squared minus 139 squared, all divided by 2 times 80 times 60. Okay. And so, what do we get? We get, if we plug all this again, be careful, we get negative 9,321 over 9,600, right? So the cosine of B is negative, so we know this is going to be an obtuse angle, right? So when we take the arc cosine of both sides, or the inverse cosine of both sides, we get B is going to be approximately equal to 166.15. 166.15 degrees. So 166.15 degrees. Okay, now, so how do we describe the bearing? Okay, well, first of all, let's subtract this from 90, right? Or excuse me, let's subtract 90 from this. Okay, so let's think about this. So 166.15 minus 90 is going to equal 76.15 degrees. Okay? So what does that mean? Well, think about it. If we draw our right angle here, right? So we're subtracting 90. That means this angle here is 76.15 degrees. So now we know the bearing, because remember, the bearing is based on the north-south direction, right? So in this case here, the boat is bearing what? North, 76.15 degrees what? East. Okay, and that's the way we would describe it. So the way we would write it is N 76.15 degrees east. And so that is the answer. Okay? So it wasn't about just finding B, right? So if we stopped here, we'd be wrong, right? This is not what the question is asking us to solve. We needed to solve this in order to get the correct answer, but that wasn't the answer to the question being asked. So be careful that you're always asking yourself, okay, what is the goal of the problem? What am I being asked to find? Okay? In order to find this, we had to first find this. Okay? And in order to find this, we had to use the law of cosines. All right. Have a great day.